Alright, let's hope this works. Hi there. Alright, so sorry about whoever was watching before. I had some slight little problem. Alright, so as I was saying before, we are continuing the epic saga of My Immortal. So, for those who are not aware of what My Immortal is, let me give you a little story because, ooh, Lord, child, that is a roller coaster. So, this fan fiction, because yes, My Immortal is a fan fiction, has been around for, I guess, over a decade. Holy, I am old. So, this is basically a fan fiction of, angsty gothic teenage girl using an IP as a way to write stuff about being gothic and you know, the, the usual. But it goes on and on. It's ridiculous. I am at chapter 13 and I am not even like a quarter done. It's ridiculous. And it's very, very badly written. You're gonna see. We are going to suffer together. Oh, yeah. And the most wonderful thing about all of this is nobody knows who the writer is. There has been speculations, there has been people who told they were the real writer, but every time, every time a person came up and said, "Hey, that's me," there were proof that they were a fake. So that means the real one still hasn't showed up. And people are actively looking for that person. There is also that huge debate on whether this is a troll fake or not. I personally think this is a troll fake, and I'm going to explain why in some ways. It's very apparent. I have known a person who has written a whole ass dissertation, like a paper, explaining why this is a troll fake. That person is invested. This is actually the person that showed me what my immortal was. So, thank you to that person who I forgot the name. Sorry. Okay, let's do this. So, special thanks to my Gothic's blood sister. What the heck? You are supposed to read this 1111? Hey, Raven, do you know where my sweater eye? And it got there. Probably was a, I don't know, MSN convo written at the wrong place. Hi, Nonary. Nice to see you there. Chapter 13 AN. Raven, thanks for helping me again. I'm sorry I took your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Perhaps stop flaming. XXXXX666 XXXXX. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore, Dumbledore. We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it you want now, my despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco, we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't. We need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a damn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony, he said while he frowned looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. A.N. Don't you think gay guys are leak so hot? Jesus Christ. It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Yeah, because everyone has red contact lenses and cries tears of blood in this fanfic. Then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then suddenly, we were in Voldemort's lair. Oh my god. We ran in with our wands out, just as we heard a croon voice say, Allah Kedavra. Wait. It was Voldemort. Now, before I go to chapter 14, I just want to go back to something, to highlight how much I think this is a troll thing. We have all of this, blah, blah, blah. And then you have despicable snobs. And let's be honest, even if Raven is the proofwriter, she still lets things out like Voldemort. Voldemorts. Would she really know what despicable snob how it would be written, what it even is? I mean, if I could raise my arms, I would bonk ahead. Think about it. Anyway, chapter 14. A.N. Fuck off, Preps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry, couldn't update, but I was derperest and I had to go to the hospital cause I slit my wrists. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 god revoids. Yeah, that is also a thing where she says, I'm not updating until I get X amount of reviews. Good reviews, and it seems to work. Sure. Again, the 666 hidden. Well, hidden. Warning. Some of this chapter is extremely cray. Viewer excretion advised. Ooh, don't mind if I do. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Doesn't even know the name. Amazing. Just amazing. Draco was there, crying tears of blood. Again. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable preps. Again, rid my sight. person doesn't know how to write despicable, I'm sure. Anyway, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. Then suddenly he looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me? He said. And this, he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile. Okay. Huh? I asked. Enobi, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snakedale. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You torture my BF and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. Jesus Christ. No, he screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears, sadly. Okay. Snakedale, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. Because everything makes sense. Okay. So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There, I started crying. Did you ever stop, girl? Did you ever stop? What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking up his clothes so we could screw. Sorry. He had a sex pack. Get it? Because he's sexy. Get it? Get it? And a really huge, you know what, and everything. It's so unfair, I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and perhaps here because Bloody Mary, because she's not ugly or except for Bloody Mary because she's not ugly or anything. Yeah, why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They're such fucking sluts, answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampires likes me now, and even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. A.N. Don't worry, NLB isn't a snob or anything. But a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse, I shouted and then ran away. Oh boy, this is like peak self-insert right here. Jesus Christ. Chapter 15. A.N. Stop flaming, okay? By the way, you suck from no on every time someone flams me. I'm gonna slit your wrists. Thanks for Raven for playing. Don't try to make sense of it, non-narrates. Yeah, don't. Hey Bonnie, shouted Draco. No, please come back. But I was too mad. Whatever. Now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. Oh yeah, for those who don't remember, because I keep talking about, I keep saying the names. Vampire is Harry. So Draco and Harry are are ex-lovers, but not very ex. Just putting that into perspective. Anyway, I stormed into my room. Wait, you are into your room, no? So she stormed, I guess, back in her room and closed my black door with my blood red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood, all depressed. Then I looked at my black JC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. So let's go! I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said anarchy on the front in blood red letters and was ripped and a spiky belt. Every time she goes somewhere, she needs to dress up for the occasion. Every damn time. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Jewel all over them with blood red letters. I put on my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned into Draco because that makes sense. Enobi, I love you, he shouted sadly. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just wanna fucking be with you. I love you. Then, dot 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 dot, he started to sing the Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it. Right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Jared, Joel, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. A.N. Don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, get the fuck out of her. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were intertwined with Draco's now. Aw. Adam, I love you, I said. And then we started to kiss, just like Hilary Duff. Fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in a Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping. Know by how sexy we look together. Sorry. Okay. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other, all shocked, and then we went together. I don't even know what to say. Alright. Chapter 16. A.N. You know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me your nut preps. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my frozen sweet. You're supposed to read this. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch? You're supposed to do this. By the way, thanks to Brittany5655 for taking my Japanese. Yeah, that's when we start having some drama in the Raven relationship. Well, yeah, sorry. The yeah. Okay. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. Then we saw the stage where JC has played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Jared looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. So I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather midi dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fishnets. Yeah, because she had time to change clothes again between the time she left the biology class and was mid running to the MCR concert. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Jared pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it seems you're no. And you know how much I like them. What? Cause he gadgeted on comfort bill. Cause guys don't like to talk about you know what. Yeah, sure they don't. Yeah, cause I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time, we're going with an escort. OMG, what the fuck? Are you giving into the mainstream? I ask. So I guess you are a prep, or a Christina, or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep, or a what? I shooted angrily. NOB, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell to his knees and started singing The World is Black by JC to me. I was flattened, cause that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, then I guess I'll have to, I said, then we French for a while, and I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime mashite, girl, she said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese? All according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan. By the way, Willow, what fucking poser got expelled? She failed all her classes and she skipped math. AN, Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you. More drama now. We know Raven is actually Willow. Dun dun dun. It serves that fucking bitch right, I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Das Nightmare Before Xmas. Such a gothic movie, right? Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii, but Bloody Mary Mare shook her head and liturgically, was it energetically or oof, I won't even try. Oh yeah, oh have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with Hakus. He's a necrophiliac. Oh boy. Kawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence. For the rest of the movie, I also like to talk in silence. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR, I said. I need to wear like the hottest outfit ever. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. OMFG, totally, let's go shopping. And Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my official Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snapped up. What? My head spun. I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I found some cool Gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked. Sure, it would be Draco or Diablo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me? Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call our Broms. OMFMG. Dumbledore? I asked, quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade in his desk, he told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, especially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was OMG hotter than Gerald, except not because that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a Gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. OMFG, now they're gonna spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room, wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and very low cut with a huge slit. Who doesn't like a huge slit? Am I right, fellas? Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you free because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am actually. I looked back at him. Hey, by the way, my name's Ebandi Darkness Dementia Taraway. What's yours? Tom Reed, he said, and ran a hand through his black-dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going to be there with my BF Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily. So rude. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hargrid flew in on his black broom looking worried. OMG, Ebandi, you need to get back into the castle, now. Hey, hi Toshi, thanks for following. Sorry, Toshe. So I was at chapter 17. AN. I said, stop filming this trio. If you're a prep, then do not read it. You can tell whether you are a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fuck. Liz Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I promise to give you back your poster. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if you wanted, because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Honey, I'm bisexual and I suck at makeup. That doesn't mean shit. Hargard kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. What the fuck, Hagrid? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you frigging bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it, and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diablo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diablo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought they were hot too. Diablo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black JC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower. Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Navel. Navel. But it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Navel converted to Satanism and he went goth. He wasn't Slytherin now. He was wearing black worked t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks on it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway. How many times does that bitch write, well, anyway? We all went to Draco's Black Mercy bands. Get it? Because we're gothic? No, I don't get it. That his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier he did in pics. He had the long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. We marched to Helena again in some other songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. Yes, Toshi. Another gasp. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. Okay, so like 2 chapters earlier, that exact same thing happened. I am confused, fellas. You moronic idiots, he shouted angstily. Enobi, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed, and now, ... I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly. But he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shouted a spell, and Voldemort ran away. It was tons of dots. Dumbledore! I remember, I remember when I first heard that chapter read out loud by someone. I, I couldn't stop laughing, and it's even better reading it myself. We're at chapter 18, fellas. Hope everyone is. Yeah, I was going to say hope you guys are not suffering out, but no, I am suffering. So I hope you guys are suffering just as much because I don't want to do this alone. Okay. AN. I said stoop flaming. If you do, then you are a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. You rock. And you are not a prep. Thanks for my sweater. P.S. The other son Dumbledore swore is cause he trained to be Gothic, so there. Hey, Crispy! Nice to see you! I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood red lipstick, and a black, really low cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. What's wrong with showing your belly? I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. Oh yeah, Crispy, you missed like, what, 4 chapters, so not much, don't worry. The night before Draco and I ran back to the skull. Get it? Skull, because I'm Gothic and I like that. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. I have problems just talking like the mistakes. It's. Whew. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it because that makes sense. Legit Crispy, Mario Party. That's good stuff. Draco had black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms and we had You Know What to a Linkin Park song. Who am I? Nothing more romantic than Linkin Park. Well, anyway, I think if I had more people, I would just like start. Yeah, I think next time I read this, I'm gonna make a counter for every time it's written well anyway. I'm gonna make it a drinking game, I don't care. Anyway, I went down to the Great Hall, where all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you fooled to see that there was pink paint underneath the black paint. And there were posters of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. Hey, don't diss on my Backstreet Boys. As I said, not too late. It's fine, Crispy. I'm gonna be reading for a while anyway, so just sit back and enjoy. What the fuck? I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather minis with a good Charlotte t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Jared Way or Billy Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were by. Those guys are so fucking hot, Naval was saying, as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had a normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation, and he had dyed his hair black. Dot 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 dot. Dumbledore? We all gasped. Yeah, also, just for Toshi, I should make another counter for all the gasps. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I give the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poster table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we gods just looked at each other all disgusted and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was, one. By the way, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. I know, right? Some top quality field. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we were to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way like Gerard. Ugh. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. Chapter 19. I'm not okay. I promise. Oh, don't worry, Crispy, I will. Ooh, I just need to. My brain, I feel like it's just melting out of my ears. Chapter 19, boys. AN, please stop flaming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep and you're jealous, okay? 1-1. From knock on, I'm going to delete your men reviews. By the way, everyone need a poor blood, so there. Thanks to Raven for the help. 1-1. All day, we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to. The MCR concert. Wait, didn't they already go to the MCR concert like twice? What? Okay. Oh, it had been postponed so we could all go. Okay, makes sense. Kinda. Anyway, I went to the common room sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was and he got all mad me and started crying all hot and angsty. Aren't sensitive by guys so hot. No one fucking understands me, one, he shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe in Boulevard of Broken Dreams. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black tie. Get it? Instead of tie, cause I'm gothic. I was thinking about like, you know, a die that you roll to play games. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it. A black leather mini, black high-heeled boots, and a cross-belly thing. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee in Gong Under. Email me if you want to see the pic. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. But, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. Man, thank you for the rigging. As I said, I really had so much fun. I'm not technically done with her, but yeah, I'm having. Thank you. If I, yeah, I'm blushing in real life. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like, he shouted. But was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily, crying. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my face. Like, like mentioned the videos for girls and boys, Raven. That is so our video. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Ah, yes, the good old fashioned pot cigarette. Suddenly, Hargrid came. He had apparated. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted, angrily dropping my pot. What the fuck you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hargrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second, I wanted to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR are, I gasped. Gasps counter. No, I just thought it was a concert that a lot of goth and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Chapter 20. AN. I said do not care what you think. Stop flaming, okay, preps? Thanks to Raven for the help, one. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. All day, I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, a black gothic compact boots. MCR were going to do the concert again since Volksamord had taken over the last one. I slit my wrist while I mushed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Yes, because that's what you do when you prepare for a concert. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and mushing to fangs you for the venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but secretly, I hopped inside that it was Draco so we could do it all again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin? Are you gonna come rape me or what? I yelled, Jesus Christ. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us to be careful around him and Snap since he was a pedo. No, actually, get it? Hell? Can I please borrow some condoms? I growled. He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fuck her, he said, going away. Well, anyway, counter. I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I went. Then I gasped. Dot, 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 dot. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall, doing it, and Dobby was watching. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot! They both shooted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up though. Normally I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. By the way, Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. What the fuck? Is that why you wanted condoms? I said sadistically. See, I spelled that. Yeah, sure you did, honey. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replied. You dimwit. Snake began to shoot angrily and then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Oh my. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. I can't even tell if that was supposed to be like a pun or just a typo. So fuck off, you bastard. I started to run. It chased me, but I threw my wound at them and it tripped over it. Well, anyways, counter, I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. What the fuck was Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come, Vampire said, shaking his head. You wanna come with me to the concert? Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. Gasp counter. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR666 on it. The one on the back said Enobi on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there, playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. So many gasps. I almost had an organism. Jared was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena again, and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard someone crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in the corner. Oh no. Chapter 21. AN. Fuck you, okay? You fucking suck. It is not my fault it's spelled wrong, okay? Cause that bitch Raven, cause it, you. Whoa. Okay, wait. I need to reread that. It's not my fault it's spelled wrong, okay? Cause that bitch Raven, cause it fuck you preps. Whoops, says Raven. Thanks for the help. By the way, Transylvania rocks crud. I even got to go to that castle where Dracula was filmed. Good for you, good for you. XXXX. Later, we all went in the skull. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. What is a gothic voice? No, I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. Running suicidally. I started to cry, because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Enobi, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. Oh, I know you will. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. I mean, if it works. Then I ran to Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come, he began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bee guys. If you are a homophone, then fuck off. And then, we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invincibility cloak. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you creepy little poser, son of a fucking bitch, Vampire said under his breath in a disgusting way. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow. Filch, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filch nodded because cats nod. And then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. One. What the? He yelled. But it was too late because now we were running away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Jesus Christ. Draco, I cried. Are you okay? I guess though, Draco read. Sorry, I'm dying. Help. Just. Oh, yeah, I'm cutting my wrist, but I'm okay, I guess, though. Okay. Ooh, okay, I'm good. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch like Placid. See, isn't that the present? On the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up and suddenly I had a vision or something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door, and Fug and that mystery of magic walk into the school. One. Chapter 22. We are cruising, my guys. AN. STFU. Perhaps stop flaming, okay? If you do not like it, fuck off. I know it's Mr. Norris, it's Raven's fault, okay? 1-1. You suck. 1. No, just kidding, Raven. You fucking rock prep suck. 1. All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, counter. I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped counter. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was, oh, honey, Toshi, we're at like guest times 20. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. How dare you have other people in your life, Toshi? You're supposed to only be listening to me. He looked just like Jared Way, and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed off all her cleavage with a white apron that said "bish" and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it, kind of like the one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. She really has an obsession with Amy Lee. Darkness, who is Jenny? Who the fuck is Jenny? Was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it, and a lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness Diabolo Crab and Goyle's dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists with a razor. He had raped them and stuff before too. They all got so depressed they became gothic and converted to Satanism. Yeah, just casual exposition about like suicide and rape. Sure, and then we'll never hear about it again. Oh, MFG, I yielded as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? NOB, something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. It's alright. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, alright, I said, smiling. But you have to tell me why you're being all erective. I will, he said. So I put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the great hall and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hillary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the great hall, we could see Dumbledore, Cornella Fudged, was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the student, yelled Cornelia Fudge. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry. I guess I'm supposed to be retired? Well, Voldemort will kill your student. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily. But we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There is one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is... ... Enobi Darkness Dementia Raven Way. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. We are at the end of the first set of chapters, my guys. I'm going to take a very short break, and then we will be back for more filth, for more cringe. So I hope to see you very soon. I will be back in like 5 minutes tops. See you! Hey, did you miss me? Alright, let's do this. I got myself a nice little glass of wine because, let's be honest, I can't do this sober. Alright, so yes, we are going on the second batch of chapters, and you might have noticed that. How can I say this? Kinda nicely. The quality of the field that was already low is getting lower and lower. And starting from the second batch, it just gets worse. So, hold on, fellas, we're doing this. Alright. Chapter 23. AN. Doet da fuck up, bitches. 1. You are just jealous, 'cause I get 10,000 reviews. 1. Thanks to Raven for the help and telling me about the books. Girloo rocks. Let's go shopping together. Oh, she still does the 666 thing. The door opened and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stumped out angrily. Then Dumbledore and Rumbridge sawed us. Mr. Way, what the beep are you doing? Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore glared at her. Oops, she made a mistake, he corrected her. She means hi, everyone. Come in. Well, we all came in angrily. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco, and opposite Bloody Mary, Crabbe, and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Villavolo. I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Oh yeah, for those who weren't there in the first chapter, this bitch eats Count Chocula cereals with blood instead of milk. And she also has a cup of blood. That would be like having cereal and having a glass of milk right next to it. I don't know. I just find it weird. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. I looked behind us. It was that vampire. He and Draco were shooting at each other. I hope they were shouting and not shooting. Vampire Draco, what the fuck? I asked. You fucking bastard, yelled Draco at Vampire. I want to shit next to her. No, I do, shouted. Sorry, I think my two remaining like neurons just died. No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch, yelled Draco. So wanna shit next to someone? Ooh, Toshi, kinky. No, fuck you, motherfucker. She leaves me, not you, shouted Vampire. And then he jumped on Draco. Not in that way, you perv. And they started to fight and beat up each other. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one, non-Harry. I'm glad. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose and was wearing a grey robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. Ding! The room fell silent. Voldemort! Okay, I need someone, excuse me. Okay. Ebony, Ebony. Darth Valor said he. What? Darth Valor. Said evilly in his raspy voice. Thou hast failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill Vampire as well. If thou does not kill him before then, I shall kill Draco too. Please don't make me kill him, please, I begged. No, he laughed crudely. Kill him, or I shall kill him anyway. Well, then what's the point? Then he flew away, cackling. Okay, see, that's another proof that this is a troll fic. This bitch doesn't know how to write Voldemort and sit instead of shit, but that girl knows the term cackling. Doesn't make sense. I burst into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Kinky. Suddenly, my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrist in a depressed way. Dang, what? Just what? Let me just scoot. Where was I? Sorry, I moved a little bit because I had troubles reading the text. Okay. I burst into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. No, I screamed sexily. Suddenly, I looked up and stopped having the vision. Ebony, or you alright? Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said sadly as I got up. Everything's alright, Ebony, said Vampire, all sensitive. No, it's not, I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. Oh, MFG, what if I'm getting possessed like in The Ring 2? It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Hi, Bloody Demon. It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though. Okay, bitch, I said sadly. And then we went. Chapter 24. A.N. Prep stopped flaming that story. You're just jealous, so fuck off. Okay, go to hell, 1-1. Raven, thanks for the help. Jesus effing Christ. It just gets worse and worse. How can it get so much worse? We had deviation next, so I got to ask Professor Chivalry about the visions. Konnichiwa, everybody. Come in, said Professor Sinister in Japanese. She smiled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair with blood red tips and red eyes, and oh my god, my My computer is about to like die, so I'll be back in like a second. I am so sorry. I didn't. Sorry about that. And Blady Man, don't you fucking dare. Alright, so, where was I? Yeah, konnichiwa, right. I'm sure that sentence was so cursed that it legit killed my computer, and that's why I had to go away. She smiled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long dead black hair with blood red tips and red eyes because everybody has red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. She and Bloody Mary get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today, she was wearing a black layer top with red lace and a long gothic black ripped dress. We went inside the black classroom with pastors of Emily the Strong. I raised my hand. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it. What is it, Ebony? She asked. Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it? Hot Topic? Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know what HT was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger. Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you have when do you want to do it? How about now? She asked. Okay, I said. Okay, class fucking dismissed everyone. Professor Trillery said, and she let everyone go. Except for you, Brittany. She pointed at Brittany and some other preps. Please go exercise, get it? One on page 3. Okay, I'm having lots of vision, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried. Is Draco going to die? Well, she gave me a black crystal ball to lock in. I looked at it. What do you see? She asked. Well, I said I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking real sexy, wearing a black leather face set, a black Gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and a black Congress shoes. What are Congress shoes? Okay, you can go now. See ya, cunt, said Professor Sinister. Bye, bitch, I said, waving. I went to Draco, and Vampire was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together, and I was so exhibited. Bitch, what? Hey, chapter 25, everybody. Holy moly. Hey, Anne. Stop flaming, okay? If you do not, then I'll tell Justin to bet you up. And I'll tell all the Reds to put truths in your computer. Fuck you. Raven, thanks for the help. I was so excited. I followed Draco, wondering if we're going to do it again. We went outside, and then we went into Draco's black car. Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trivoli say? Whispered Draco, prodding his Gothic wit. I don't have water, that's so mainstream. I have a nice glass of wine. But that's very nice of you to care like this. She said she would tell me what the visions meant tomorrow, I grumbled in a sexy voice. He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it, and gave it to me to spork. I don't even know what the fuck that was just said. I'm losing brain cells. He started to fly the car into a tree. Right into it, sure. We went to the top of it. Draco put on some MCR. And all the things that you never ever told me, and all the smiles that are ever gonna haunt me, sang Jared's sexy voice. We started tiling of each other's clothes fervently. He took off my black thong and my black leather bar. I took off his black boxers, then, he put his throbbing, you know what, into my tool. Sexily. OMFG, Draco, Draco, I screamed, having an orgasm. We started Frenching passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. Sure. I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting two Gothic men with long black hair. No, please, don't fucking kill us, one. They pleaded, but he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. No, oh my fucking god, 11, I shouted in a scarred voice. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. Oh, now they're blue, because they were red last time you woke up. I started to cry, and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Linkin Park mobile. But the worst thing was who the people who were shot in the dream were. Lucian and Sirius. 111. Jesus. Sorry, taking a little sip. Okay, chapter 26, everybody. A.N. Preps to Flaming's the street, okay? If you do not like the story, then go fuck yourself, you fucking prep. You suck. Oh, why? And I wasn't being racist, okay? 11. A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, black leather pants, and a Good Charlotte t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to confront me. I started to cry tears of blood, and then told them what happened. Oh, fuck it, Vampire shouted angrily. He four started to cry sadly. What fucking dick did that? I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. Sire, our dads have been shot, Draco said while we whipped some tears from his white face. Enobi had a vision in a dream. Dumbledore started to cackle. Ha 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 ha. And how do you expect me to know Ebony is not divisional? I glared at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. See, is that tooth of cracked? What is that supposed to mean? You know very well that I'm not decisional. Now get some fucking people out there to look for Ceres and Lucian Pornto. Okay, he said in an intimated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Longdon, I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few mistunes, he came back and said people were going out looking for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said that they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office, while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. Oh, fucking hell. We looked at each other's gothic, depressed eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them. What? Oh boy! Chapter 27. Vampires will never hurt you. A.N. You know what? 111. I do not give a fuck what you preps think about me. 1111. So stop flaming that fucking story, bitches. Thanks to Raven for your love and support and help. I love you, girl. So's I did not update lol. I was really depressed and I slit my wrists. I had to go to the hospital, Raven. You rock, girl. Girl again. Everyone in the room started to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco, Lucian, Sirius Bond, Vampire, all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. Come on, Enobi, said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leather dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it, and fucking black platinum boots. I have to tell you, the fucking perdition. Okay. You can't tell me that Sinatra thing is not like a fucking troll. I looked at Lucian, Sirius, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smiled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed Professor Sinister, took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, Tara, I see Drac times are near, she said badly. She peered into the balls. I too like to peer at balls. You see, you must go back in time. She took out a time turner like Bloody Mary had. Then Voldemort, when Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he became powerful, he got his heart broken. Now, do you think he could still become Voldemort if he was in love? I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow, and you can do it. Okay, I said sadly. We did that such sin. I went outside again, sadly. What fucking happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Agnes, Willow, and Baldy Mary. I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there, trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were there, obviously trying to be gothic, wearing the him sign on their hands, despite them not having actually heard of him. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goik set up some fireworks in the shape of skull from Weasley's wizard wises. I put on my invisibility cloak with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. Why? That's so funny. When I take a sip, my avatar frowns. Chapter 28. A.N. I said stop macking the story. It was a miscat when Professor Reloy said that, okay? Go to fucking hell. You suck. Thanks to Philly for the help. Raven, have fun with Kiwi. Well, we got another contender in the Drama Llama series. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR, JC, and Marilyn Manson all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet stockings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down on one of that chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay? Vampire asked, putting his alabaster hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco also put his hand on mine, sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to seduce Voldemort. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. It's okay, Ebony, he said finally. But what about me? You're not gonna break up or anything, are you? Of course not, I gasped. Ding! Really? He asked. Sure, I said. We French sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Again, longingly. That's a word that bitch can't know. That is a troll fake. Sorry, I keep ranting about it, but the clues are all there. I don't know why people still think it's like a real, like, 14-year-old who wrote this. Then, I took up Draco's MC shirt and seducedly took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Enobi on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. Ding! He looked exactly like Jared Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took off my clothes and then we were in for the ride of our life. We started Frenching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, and passively, we did it. I love you, Bobby. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you, he screamed. As we got an orgasm. Hey, this is the first time orgasm is written right. Congratulations, it just took you like 28 chapters. Congratulations. We watch vampires filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly, what the fuck are you doing? It was Snope and Professor McGuckle. Chapter 29. A.N. Soot, that's fuck up. You're just jealous cause you're prep, so fuck you. Raven, you rock girls, thanks for the help. MC Rock 6666. Oh my Satan! One. We screamed as we jumped out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGonagall started to shoot at us angrily. Come now, one. Preacher McGonagall yielded. We did, guiltily. We left the room, putting on our clothes. Snoop grabbed the caramel and put it in his pocket. I assume caramel is supposed to be camera. Hey, what the fuck? Vampire shooted angrily. Yeah, Buster, what the fuck are you going to do with the fucking camera? Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longingly with his gothic red eyes. Look, Dumbledore knows your little secret, and if you do this again, then you will go to St. Mungo's. So give back the camera. Ha ha ha. The mystery of Mojic thinks he is crazy. There is no way they will believe him. Snoop laughed meanly. Yes, so shut your mouth, you insolent fools, yelled Professor McGoogled. She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it. There were all those weird tools in it. Draco started to cry, all sexy and sexitive. Get it? Because he's a six-bomb lol Tom Felnet rules for life, but not as much as Gerard. Your sticks on legs, I love you, you fucking rock, marry me, one. Anyway, I started to cry tears of blood. It happens in Vampire Chronicles, Raven said, so okay, so fuck you. Vampire took out a black handkerchief and started to wipe my red eyes. And then he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the bullets got on each other yet. I took out my wand. Crossio, I shouted. Snap started to scram. He dropped the gun. But it was too late. Both of them had run out of bullets. I stopped the curse, Professor McGoogle did a spell so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools, then said, "Okay, Cerberus, I'm going to go now." She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry. "It's okay, Enobi," said Draco. "Evergreen will be alright. Remember the CDO you took of Snape." Snape laughed again, and then he took out some webs. Oh my god, what in the world am I reading? How does it get worse? Chapter after chapter, seriously. Just gonna take a little sip, excuse me. Okay, back. Chapter 30, we're almost at the end, fellas. AN, stop flaming the story, okay? You do not know what's even gonna happen, okay? So, you. If you flam, you will be a prep so all flamers can kiss my ass. Sus for saying Alzheimer's is dangerous, but that's the mystery's opinion, cause society basically sucks. Thanks for Raven, you rock bish. No, 11, we screamed sadly. Snap started loafing meanly. He took out a camera angrily. Then he came towards Darko. 1. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones around Draco and lit a candle. "What the fuck are you doing?" I shouted angrily. Snoop laughed meanly. He pulled down his pants. I gasped. There was a dark mark on his you-know-what. He waved his wand, and a knife came. He gave the knife to me. "You must stab Vampire," he said to me. "If you don't, then I'll wrap Draco." 1. "No, you fucking bastard." 1, I yielded. But then Draco looked at me sadly with his evil gothic red eyes that looked so depressant and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram. Look, get it? Because I'm a Satanist. No, I don't get it. Between Kurt Cobain and Jared. But then I looked at Vampire, and he looked so smexy too with his gothic black hair. I thought of the time when we screwed, and the time I did it with Draco and Dumbledore came, and the time where Draco almost committed suicide and Vampire was so sportive. Snipe laughed angrily. He started to pray to Volksamort. He started to do an incapacitation, dancing around the Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, an idea I had. Sorry, I had to do like the fake Yoda voice. I closed my eyes and using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic message to Darko and Vampire so they would distract Snape. "Dumbledore will get you," Draco shouted. "Yeah, just wait up till the mystery find out," Vampire yelled. Meanwhile, I took out my wand. You ridiculous dunderhead, Snoop yielded. He took off all of Federico's clothes, just as he was about to rape him. Crocio! I shitted, pointing my wound. Snoop screamed and started running around the room, screaming. Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio. You dunderhead! I'm going to kill, shooted Snape, but suddenly Severus came. Because, yeah, you text and they just magically appear. Snake put the whip behind his back. Oh, hello, Siv. I was just teaching them something, he lied. But suddenly Lucian and Professor Trivoli came into the room, and they and Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snap. Then Professor Trivoli said, "Come on, Ebony, let's go." Jesus Christ, how can it get worse and worse? I'm not drunk enough for this shit. Chapter 31. A.N. I said, shut the fuck up, you queefs. Stop calling Ebony a Mary Sue, okay? You do not even know what's going to happen, okay? So fuck you. Thanks to my BFF Raven for the help. I always knew you were on Voldemort's side, you son of a bitka. Buffy Rex. Sirius said to Snape. No, I'm not. I was teaching them something, one Snap clammed. Oh, fucking yeah? I took some black Voldemort serum out of my pocket and gave it to Sirius. He made Snap drink it. He did angrily. Then Lucius took out the tape recorder and started playing it while he did curses on Snap. Then Professor Sinister and Lucian made us get out of with them while Snape told us his secreties. Lucian took Vampire and Draco to the nurse after thanking me a million times. Professor Trivoli took me to a dark room. Now I was going to go back in time to Sidus Volksmort. Moving posters of MCR and Nirvana were all over. Hermione, Darkness. Hermione, sorry. Darkness and Willow came too. Bloody Mary gave me a black bag from Tom Ridd's store. What's in the bag? I asked Professor Trivoli. You will see, she said. I opened the bag. The bag. In it was a sexy little low smut black leather gothic dress. It had a red corset stuff and there was a slit up the leg. I put it on. My friends helped me put on black fish shirts and black pointy boots Willow had chosen. Willow and Darkness helped me put on black eyeliner and blood red lipstick. You look fucking kawaii, bitch, Bloody Mary said. Thanks, I said. Get it? She's a vampire. Okay, now you're going to go back in Tim, said Professor Sinister. We'll have to do it in a few sessions. She gave me a black gun. I put it in a strap on my fishnets, like in Resident Evil. Then she gave me a black time turner. After an hour, use the time turner to go back here, Professor Trivoli said. Then she and Bloody Mary put on a pensive in front of me. Everyone went in front of it. Good luck, one, everyone shooted. Darkness and Willow gave me Death's Touch Sin. Then I jumped sexily into the pensive. Suddenly, I was in front of the school. In front of me was one of the sexiest god guys I had ever seen. He was wearing long black hair, kinda like Mikey Way, only black. He had grand eyes like Billy Joe Armstrong and pale, wet skin. He was wearing a black ripped suit with vans. It was Tom Bombadil. Okay. A.N. Chapter 32. I said, stop flamming. You know, yeah, no, it's Tom Bombadil. A.N. I said, stop flamming. I know his name isn't Tom Bodil. That was a mistake. If you do not like the story, then you can go screw yourself. You suck. Oh yeah, we're the ones that suck. Alright, guys. Hi, I said flirtily. I'm Enobi Way. Then you student. I shook my pale hands with their black nail polish with them. The name's Tom, he said, but you can call me Satan, 'cause that's my middle name. We shook hands. Well, come on, we have to go upstairs, Satan said. I followed him. Hey, Satan, do you happen to be a fan of Grand Day? Since MCR and Evanisms don't exist yet, then, I asked. Oh my fucking god, how did you know? Satan gasped. Gasp counter. Actually, I like JC a lot too. Get it? Because JC did that song, I Just Wanna Live. That sounded really 80s. Stop it. OMG, me too, I replied happily. Guess what? They have a concert in Hogsmeade, Satan whispered. Hogsmeade? I asked. Yeah, that's what they used to call it in this time before it became Hogsmeade in 2000. He told me all circularly. And there's a really cool shop called Hot Topic, I finished, happy again. He frowned confusedly. No, it's called a Hot Issue. He smiled smoothly again. Then in 1998, they changed it to Hot Topic, he moaned. Oh, now everything was making sense for me. Was it? Was it? Oh my god, sorry, I peeked. So is Dumbledore your principal? I shouted. Uh-huh, he looked at his black nails. I'm in Slytherin. OMFG, me too, I shrieked. You go to this school, get it, 'cause I'm gothic, he asked. Yeah, that's why I'm here, I'm new, I smiled happily. Suddenly, Dumbledore flew in on his broomstick and started shredding at us angrily. No talking in the halls. He had short blonde hair and he was wearing a polo shirt from American Ogle Outfitters. Stupid goths. Satan rolled his eyes. You mean to us goths and punches because we're in Slytherin and we're not preps? I turned around angrily. Actually, I think maybe it's because you're the Bark Lord. What the fuck? He asked angrily. Oh, nothing, I said sweetly. Then, suddenly, the floor opened. OMFG, I screamed as I fell down. Thanks, Crispy. Everyone looked at me weirdly. Hey, where are you going? Satan asked as I fell. I got out of the hole and it was back in the pensive in Professor Trivelry's classroom. Dumbledore was there. Dumbledore, I think I just met you, I said. Oh yeah, I remember that, Dumbledore said, trying to be all gothic. Sinister came in. Hey, this is my classroom. Wait, what the fuck, Inobi? What the hell are you doing? Um, I looked at her. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What the hell, how? I screamed, forgetting she was a teacher for a second. But she's a goth, so it's okay. Professor Sinister looked sad. I was drinking Voldemort serum. She started to cry black tears of depression. Dumbledore didn't know about them. Hey, are you crying tears of blood? He asked curiously, touching a tear. Fuck off, we both said, and Dumbledore took his hand away. Professor Sinister started crying again in her chair, sobbing limpid tears. OMFG, Enobi. I think I'm addicted to Voldemort serum. AN. See you fucking preps, go fuck yourselves. That's serious issues. 202 go to hell. Yeah, yeah, they are. Chapter 33. We only have 11 more chapters to go. I'm glad you like it, Crispy. AN. I said, shut up. It's not my fault, okay? If you don't like the story, then you are prep, so fuck you, flamas. P.S. I'm not updating until you give me 5 good reviews, and this time I mean it. Last time it was 10. You suck. Thanks, Raven. For I help, I promise to help you with your story. Lols. Huh, I noticed the XXX thing is a little bit shorter, but it still has the 666. Oh my fucking god, I shouted sadly. Should we get you to St. Magnus, bitch? Hell no, she said. Listen, Egoggy. I need your help. Next time you go back in time, do you think you could ask Tom Anderson for some help? Sure, I said sadly. I went outside the door. Draco was there, 111. He was wearing a big black JC t-shirt, which were his Panamas. Hey, sexy, I said. How did it go, Anobi? He asked, and his voice was so sexy and low, kind of like Jared Way when he's talking. Fine, I responded. We started to go back in the dorm. How far did you go with Satan? Draco asked jealously. Not too far, lol, I borked. Will you have to do it with him? Draco asked angstily. I hope not too far, I shouted angrily. Then I felt bad for shouting at him. I said sorry. We Frenched. What happened to Snipe? I growled. You will see, Draco giggled mischievously. He opened the door. Snap and Lumpkin were there. Sirius was pokering them by staging them with a black knife. No, pulls! Lumpkin begged as Sirius started to suck his blood. I laughed, statistically. I took some photons of him and Snap being torqued. Okay, I know this is man, but I think about it. People, they are pedos and stuff try to rap them, and New Way said it's the rock. Has anyone seen Shark Attack 3 lols? Jesus Christ. We took some of Snipe's blood, then Draco and I went back to our rooms. We sat on my gothic black coffin. My clothes were kind of dirty, so I put on a black leather outfit. Fingal, kind of like that one Suelene has in Underworld. If you haven't heard of it, then fuck you. I put on some black platform high heels. Darko put on some Desolation Livers by MCR. Then we started to take off each other's clothes. I took off his shirt and he had a six pack. Lols. We started to back out like in The Grudge. He put his wetness in my you know what sexily. I got an orgy. And she lost it again. Well, at least she got it right one time. Oh, Draco 111. Oh, me fucking good. Draco, I screamed passively as he got an eructation. I love you, Taebori, he whispered sexily. And then we fell asleep. Lol. Chapter 34. AN, shut the fuck up, perps. Have you even read the story? You're probably all just preps and posers, so fuck you. Thanks for Raven for the help. 1. I woke up in the coffin next day. Draco was gone. I got up and put on a black tight sexage that was all ripped up at the end. There was red corset stuff going up the front and the back, and it came up to my knees. There was a slit in the dress, like in Mr. and Mr. Smith. I would like to see a Mr. and Mr. Smith. I put on ripped black fishnet and black Stilton bow oats. Suddenly, Sorius cocked on the door. I opened it. Hi, Bunny, he said. Guess what? You have to come to Professor Sinister's office. Okay, I said in a depressed voice. I had wanted to fuck Draco, or maybe listen to MCR or Evanescence. I came anyway. So what the fuck happened to Snipe and Lupin? I asked Sorius flirtily. I fucking tortured them, he answered in a statistic way. They are in Azkazian now, lol. I laughed evilly. Where are Draco and Vampira? I muttered. They are excused from school today, sodomized moaned sexily. Right now they're watching The Nightmare Before Christmas. Damn, they really like that movie. We went into the office. Professor Sinister was there. She was wearing a gothic black dress that was all ripped all over it, kinda like the one Emily wears in this pic. HTTP, she was drinking some... Aw, we don't have the link, you guys. She took out the pensive and the time turner. Anobi, we'll have to do another session now. Also, I need you to get me a cure for being addicted, she said sadly. Good luck. Thanks. And then I jumped into the pensive again. Suddenly, I looked around. I was in the great hall eating Count Chocula. It was morning. I was sitting next to Satan. On a table was a tall gothic man with long black hair, pale skin, and blue eyes, wearing a suit and black Converse shoes. He looked just like Charlie Manson. I noticed he was drinking a portent. What's a portent supposed to be? Who's he? I asked. Oh, that's Professor Slutborn. Oh, this is my Harry Potter name, Professor Slutborn. I choose it, I ship it. He's the portent's teacher. Ebony? Yeah, I asked. Did you know that Merlin Mason is playing in Hogsmeade tonight, and they are showing the exercise at the movies before that. Yeah, well, want to go to the concert and the movie with me? I know I keep saying it, but how? How does it keep getting worse and worse? Like at the end of this, I'm gonna go back to chapter 1 to show you like how bad it is. Wait, did I? Oh my god, I went back by mistake. Oh no, oh no. Oof, okay, it remembered. I got scared for a second. Okay, okay. Chapter 35 Ghost of You. Better, whatever floats your boat, my dude. Hey, Anne, thanks to Susie for the idea. You rock. Fuck off, perps. Thanks to Raven for the help. You rock, girl. P.S. I'm going to end the story really soon, so fuck you. Oh yeah, and if you know any gothic names, please tell me, cause I need one for serious. Thanks! I went into the Cornman room, thinking of Satan. Suddenly, I gasped. Ding! Draco was there! I gasped. He looked as hot as ever, wearing black leather pants, a black Lunken Crack t-shirt, and black eyeliner. Draco, what the fuck are you doing? I gasped. Does that count if it's a gasp? Huh? He asked. Then I remembered. It wasn't Draco. It was Lucan. He still had 2 arms. Oh, hi, Lucian, I said. I'm Ebony, the new student. Lol, we shook hands. Yeah, Satan told me about you, Lucian said. He pointed to a group of 6cc gothic guys. They were sitting in a corner cutting. It was serious vampires that and snap. All of them wearing black eyeliner and black good Charlotte band shirts. Listen, I'm in a goth band with those guys, he said. We're playing tonight at the Marilyn Manson show as backup. Orly, I asked. Yeah, he said. We're called X Black Xter X. I play the gutter. Spartacus plays the drums, he said, pointing to him. Snap plays the bass, and James plays the guitar. To even foe, we call him Samaro, after Samara, in the ring. Hey, bastards, I told them. They gave me death's touch sin. Suddenly, I gasped again. Ding. But don't you have a lead singer? I asked. Lucian looked down sadly. We used to, but she did. She contemplated suicide by slitting her wrists. Oh my fucking god, that's so fucking sad, I gasped. Ding! It's okay, but we need a new lead snigger, Samaro said. Well, I said I'm in a bananas myself. Really, I snapped. I couldn't believe it. He used to be gothic. Yeah, we're called Bloody Gothic Rose 666. Do you wanna hear me sing? Yeah, said everyone. So the guys took out their guitars. They began to play a song by, get it? Cause by guys are so sexa. Grande. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, I sang sexily. I don't know the lyrics to that song. Everyone gasped. And Nobty? Will you join the band? Please, begged Lucien Samaro, serious and snap. Ah, okay, I shrug. Are we going to play tonight though? Yeah, they said. Okay, I said. But I knew that I had to get a new outfit. Of course you do. I walked outside wondering how I could go forward in time. Suddenly, someone jumped in front of me. It was Morty McPhail. He was wearing a black band t-shirt. Wait, like Morty McFly? Sorry, I What the hell are you doing here? I asked. Yes, so do I. I will help you go fraud in Team Enobi, he said seriously then. He took out the black Tim machine. I went into it and suddenly I was forward in Tim. Oh boy! Okay. Chapter 36. We're like halfway there. AN. I said, stop flaming, okay? I bet you are all probably old 70-year-olds. Please, Porter says you are prep. Oh yeah, and thanks to Raven for the help. Have fun in England, girl. Oh, now the X's are getting longer. I looked around in a depressed way. Suddenly, I saw Professor Sinister, Bloody Mary, Socrates, and Draco, Vampire, and Willow were there too. OMFG, Sorius, I saw you on Sabaro and Snip and everyone. I can't believe Snap used to be gothic. Yeah, I know, Sirius said sadly. Oh, hey there, bitch, Professor Trevory said in an emo voice, drinking some Volksimort serum. Hi, fucker, I said. Listen, sit and ask me out to a gothic cornet and a movie, so I need a sexa new outfit for a date. Also, I'm playing in a gothic band, so I need an ootit for that too. Oh my Satan. Get it? Cause she's gothic? Gasp Bloody Mary. Gasp. Want to go to Hot Topic to shop for your outfit? OMFS. Let's have a group cutting session, said Professor Trivel. No, I can't fucking wait for that, but we need to get some stuff first, said Willow. Yeah, we need some portions for Professor Trivelary so she won't be addicted to Voldemort's serum anymore, and also some love potion for Enobi, Darko said resultantly. Well, we have potion class now, Wilson said, so let's go. We went sexily to potions class, but Snap wasn't there. Instead, there was Cornelio. Fuck. Am I gonna get like flamed because I'm saying this on Twitch? Hey there, what the fuck is Dumbledore? Draco shouted angrily. Do I read these when I'm not streaming? Maybe. I mean, I just, it's like watching a train wreck, you know? Like they're so bad you cannot stop watching. I I'm also a big fan of very bad movies like The Room. So yeah, I just enjoy crappy stuff, I guess. But My Immortal has a special place in my heart, and that's why I wanted this to be like my first reading stream because oh my gosh, the story in this, if you guys knew about it, like it goes through a freaking Oh gosh, bloody demon. Anyway, I should I should stop about like the story of it, or we're never gonna finish this story. Uh, where the fuck is Dumbledore? Draco shouted angrily. STFU one, shooted Cornelia Fuck. He is Azkaban now with Snip and Lupin. He is old and whack. He has cancer. Now do your work, holy moly. My friends and I talked angrily. Can you believe Snap used to be gothic? Vampire asked surprisedly. That's it, Cornelia Fuck shooted angrily. I'm getting Professor Bridge. Sure. He stumped out angrily. Me friends and I began talking. I began to drink some blood mixed with beer. Ew. Suddenly, I saw Hagrid in the cupboard. What the fuck is he doing? I asked. Then I looked at Draco. He was wearing tons of eyeliner and he looked sexier than ever. Suddenly, Archif, what the fuck are you doing? He shooted. I looked around. Hagrid was putting something in my glass of blood. Draco and Vampire started to beat him up sexily. You're such a poser, I shooted at Hagrid. Suddenly, I looked at what he was putting in the blood. It was amnesia portion. Oh, Jesus Christ. Chapter 37. We're almost there, you guys. Hey, Anne. Okay, buddy. I'm going on vacation on the 1st of July, so I'm either gonna end the fake or update it in weeks. Thanks. Oh, yeah, and prep stop flaming the story. Raven, thanks for the help. See you, girl, after vacation. Oh my god. Sorry, just checking something. Okay. Darko's point of view. Lol. Vampire and I chained Hagrid to the floor. Oh, me fucking Satan, Enobi said. She was so hot. Maybe I could use amnesia potion to make Satan fall in love with me faster. But you're so sexy and wonderful anyway, Tata, said Vampire. Why would you need it? To make everything go faster, lol, said Enobi. But you won't have to do it with him or anything, will you? Yes, jealously. OMFG, you guys are so scary, 1-1, said Brittany. A fucking prep. Shut the fuck up, said Willow. Oh well, anyway, let's go to Professor Chivalry's room. Draco, Ebori, and I went to Professor Sinister's room, but Professor Sinister wasn't there. Instead, Tom Ridd was. Oh, hi, fuckers, I said. Listen, I got you some cool new clothes. I took out the clothes from the bag. It was a gothic black leather miniskirt that said 666 on the back, black Stilton boots, blood red fishnets, and a black corset. How fucking original, my guys. OMG, thanks, I said, hugging him in a gothic way. I took the clothes in the bag. Okay, Professor Sinister, isn't it her? What the fuck should we do? Asked Draco. Suddenly, he looked at a sign on the black wall. Oh my fucking Satan, I screamed as I read it. On it said, everyone, Professor Sinister is away. She is too gothic. She is in Azkaban now. Classes shall be taught by Dumbledore, who is back, but he shall not be principal for now. Sincerely, Professor Rumbridge. OMFG, I shouted angrily. How could they do that? 11. Suddenly, Dumbledore came. What the hell are you doing in my office? He began to shoot angrily. Suddenly, I saw Morty McFly's back to machine. I can't. I can't. I jumped seductively into it, leaving Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, I was back in Tim. I looked around. It was Professor Slutburn's efface. I sneaked around. Suddenly, I saw the amnesia potion on his desk. It was black with blood red pentagrams in it. It was the shape of a cross. I put it in my pocket. Suddenly, the door opened. It was Professor Slutgorn. OMG, what are you doing, fucker? He shouted angrily. I don't know who the fuck you're doing, I shouted angrily. Oh, sorry, I was just looking around because I thought it was class, you said finally, hoping he couldn't see the potion in your pocket. Oh, okay, you can go now, said Professor Slutborn. You went to the common room after putting on my clothes. Silas, Samaru, and Snap were there practicing Vampires Will Never Hurt You by MCR. Oh, hi, you guys, I said seductively. Where's Satan? Oh, he's coming, said Sirius. By the way, you can call me Hades now. Suddenly, Satan came. He was wearing a smexy black leather Jackson black Congress shoes, a Slipknot t-shirt, and a black tie. Okay, I will see you guys at the concert, I said. Then I went with Satan. Whew. Jesus Christ. Just taking a 5 second break because this is a lot, my guys. Whew. Okay, I can do this. There isn't much left. Chapter 38. AN. What does everyone think if I end the story and then I add some more to it after vocation? Oh yeah, and Sprep stop flaming like that story then take much quiz, okay? Then you will see if you're gothic or not. Satan and I walked to his car. It was a black car with pentagrams all over it. On the license plate said 666, just like Draco's car. I went in it seductively. Stan started to drive it. We talked about Satanism. Lol, he was named after Satan. Cutting, music, and being gothic. Oh, my Satan shirt is so fucking hot, Volksamort agreed as we smoked some weed. Cause bi guys are hot, they are so sensitive, I love them, lol, goes fucks a bi guy. Lol, I totally decided not to commit suicide when I heard Helena, I said in a flirty voice. Hey, Satan, do you know a cure for when people are addicted to Volksamort serum? Well, he thought, I think you have to drink vampire blood. Suddenly, Volksamort parked the car behind the black movie theater. Satan and I walked outside. We went into the movie, where they were showing The Exorcist. In it, the boy and the girl were doing it. Suddenly, a serial killer came, lol. Sid and I laughed at the blood because we're sadists. Jesus Christ. While Satan was watching the movie, I had an idea. I took Satan's gothic black nightmare before Christmas cigar sexily from his pocket and put some amnesia potion in it. I put it back in his black Emile the Strange bag. Satan turned around and started to smoke it. Black clouds with rough pentagram in them started to fly around everywhere. OMG, Satan said, jumping up. I gasped, because I was afraid he noticed. And Obi, guess what? I knew the amnesia had worked. Amnesia potion has not been invented yet. So it will not work, he said. Too bad, because I wanted to use summon you. Okay, sure, that's how things work. Cool, I raised my eyes suggestingly, and then he took off my clothes sexily, and we started to make out. I took off his shit. He had a six-pack just slick jarred away, 11. We Frenched. Excuse me, but you're going to have to leave, shooted the lady behind us. She was a prep. Fuck you, I said. Suddenly, I attacked her, sucking all her blood. No, she screamed. All the preps in the theater screamed, but everyone else crapped. Everyone else crapped because Satan and I looked cute together. Satan and I started to walk outside. ZOMG, how did you do that? Voldemort asked in a turned on voice. I'm a vampire, I said as we went in the car. Seriously, he gasped. Ding. Yeah, seriously, I said, drinking some beer. Where'd you get that? Satan started to drive the car. I smelled happily. It's too bad we didn't get to see the rest of the movie, don't you think? Yeah, I said as we kissed passively. Satan parked in a black driveway, next to the place where Draco and I had watched JC for the first time. We went inside where Marilyn Mason was playing and started to mosh lol. Anti-people now, you've gone too far, Jesus Christ superstar, screamed Marlene on the stage. We did the devil fingers. I started to dance really close to Satan. He was so schmexy. He looked at me all emo with his gothic red eyes, and he looked exactly like Mikey Way. I almost got an orgasm. Nope, missed that one too. Suddenly, Marilyn Mason stopped singing. I would like to peasant. X Black X Tier X 11, he said. I ran on stage. Lucian, Samaro, Snap, and Hades were there. They started to play their instruments. I got on stag. Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say, I sang. I did not own the lyrics to that song. My voice sounded like a pentagram between Amy Lee and a girl version of Jared Way. Everyone clapped. Satan got an eruction. I'm not okay, I sang finally. Suddenly, Lucian started to play the song wrong by mistake. OMFG, yielded James. What the fuck? Whoops. I'm sorry, said Lucian. You fucking asshole, James shouted angrily. You guys are such preps, Snap said. Come on, it was a mistake. Yeah, it's not his fault, it's serious. No, he ruined the fucking song, yelled Samaro. You guys stopped, I shouted angrily, but it was too late. They all began to fight. Suddenly, Samaro took out his knife. OMFG, no, shouted Lucan, but it was too late. James tried to shoot off his arm. Jesus. And then I jumped sexily in front of the bullet. No, yielded everyone, but it was too late. Suddenly everything went black. Oof. Okay, just a sec, I'm gonna take a drink. Okay. Chapter 39. I am a trolling genius, lols. Disclaimer. I do not own the HP series. I am not the real 866 bloody wrist 666 866. I am an extremely immature, pathetic idiot girl. I know. Out of boredom, I cracked this girl's passy for fun. And it took less than 8 minutes to do it too. And we'll probably get in a shitload of trouble, which I probably deserve because I am being a troll now. Meh. Okay, so this is from the perspective of a, like, hacker? Someone that took control of that person's fanfic. And I present to you my crappy part in this story. And take note, I haven't even finished reading this fic yet, but instead, skip over to skim chapter 38. Flame, laugh, do whatever you want. Preps. I, the American retail wearing British vampire Sue, cupped up blood. Satan kneeled down beside me. No, don't die. I give him a rueful smile. I'm sorry. It's something I had to do to fulfill my duty as the noble Gothic Mary Sue. I gotta say, it feels so good to read proper grammar. It reads so much better. Holy shit. Satan sobbed. I love you, Ebony. I love you too. I'll see you in hell, I mumbled, already finding my surroundings fading to black. Bloody Mary Smith suddenly popped into the room for no apparent reason. She frowned when she realized the room was oddly quiet. But at sight of Ebony's lifeless body, she screamed. Her face became pale with horror. She screamed for the healers, Dumbledore, McGoogle, and every single Gothic person she could think of. Suddenly, a glow started to surround the body of Ebony. Everyone stared in shock. Her body started to lift ever so slowly, and then, to everyone's shock, it started to incinerate. And then everyone realized what was happening. They rushed over to try and rescue the body, but it was too late. The Sue became nothing more than a pile of ashes. A loud resounding of everyone's bellowing, "No!" filled the room. A flash of white light from the ashes then started to bounce around the room. Everyone cowered in fear and were temporarily blinded. When it was all over, things changed. All the silly gut clothes dropped from everyone's bodies. And I will refuse to explain how the hell that happened. And in their plates, clothes a character would normally wear in canon appeared in their bodies. On their bodies, sorry. When everyone got over the shock of becoming free of the Gothic power, everyone cheered. Everyone started saying, "Ding dong, the Sue is dead." Well, that is, until all the HP characters realized that the true implications of becoming more canon-like again. All the characters who were supposed to be dead fell to the floor, their bodies cold and lifeless. Harry and Voldemort started dueling. On the left side of the two, the battle of the light side and the dark side were reaching a climax. And because the replacement author also likes to screw around with canon, Draco and Hermione fled the scene and got married. Yeah, I noticed, while looking around for shitty fanfiction, that a lot of people ship Hermione and Draco. Not exactly sure why, but it is a thing. Alright. Meanwhile, down in hell, Ebony shed a single tear because of her current situation. A situation that would live on for all eternity, or at least until the end of fanfiction time. She lost it all, but she knew she had to remain strong. Nothing would ever break her down. She looked down over her pale body and frowned. Where are my emo clothes? She asked herself in confusion. And then it occurred to her. For her shirt, she was wearing a bright pink polo with a little seagull on the left or right, I can't remember, side. Below that, she was wearing a denim miniskirt with a destroyed look on it. Paired under the skirt were leggings with a little moose at the bottom. And then the bunny realized on her shoulder she was carrying a pretty bag with an eagle on it that said "Live Your Life" written all over the bag. Ebony suppressed the urge to scream. Here, she was decked out in clothes prepped to the extreme, wearing stuff from Abercrombie and Fitch, American Eagle, and Hollister. Panicked, Ebony hastily tried to take off the Hollister polo, but underneath it was another Hollister polo underneath. Ebony frowned and looked under her shirt. All she saw was a bra underneath. The bra pointed out is from the Arrow line available in American Eagle. Ebony tried to remove the shirt again, but to her frustration, there was yet another polo to replace it. This is unlogical and does not make any sense, Ebony bellowed out into the air. She failed to see the irony in her statement, how hypocritical her words were, seeing as she was practically calling the kettle black here. Ebony slid her wrist and mumbled to herself, "Oh my god." And crapfic. A.N. Oh yeah, if you want to see the original content this chick had planned for this chapter, I existed through the document manager thingy, which I copied and pasted, so you can read it here. A.N. SCFU Preps get a leaf, you suck. O.N. Form now on. I'll be in vacation in England until like August, so I won't be able to update for a while. Thanks to everyone who reviewed except the preps who flame. Fuck you, I'm Sir Rose. Okay, just a second here, you guys. Okay, we can do this, right? I woke up in the nurse's office in a special gothic coffin. Hagrid was in the bed opposite me in a coma because Vampire and Draco had bet him up. Mr. Norris was cleaning the room. "Oh, Miss Satan, what happened?" I screamed. Suddenly, Voldemort came. He looked less mean than usual. "Get the fuck out, you fucking bastard," I yielded. "Thou hadst not killed Vampire yet," he said angrily. Suddenly, he started to cry tears of blood. All selective. "Voldemort, OMFG, what's wrong?" I asked. Suddenly, Lucian, Professor Sinister, and Sirius came. Bloody Mary and Vampire were with them. Everyone was holding black boxes. Voldemort disappeared. "OMFG, NOB, you're alive!" screamed the vampire. I hugged him and Bloody Mary. "What the fuck happened?" I asked them. "Oh my Satan, am I like that now?" I gasped. Gasp! "Anobi, you were almost shot," said Sirius, "but the bullet could not kill you since you were from another time." "Sure. But thanks anyway," said Lucian, holding out his arm. I gasped. He had 2 arms. "OMG, I can't believe Emperor's dad shot you," I gasped. "Well, to be honest, Snap was possessed by Snap was possessed by Snap back then. Snap was possessed by Snap. Sure. I should stop trying to like rationalize this. Yeah, he was a spy, Sirius said sadly. He was really a debt dealer. And he was such a fucking poser too, 11, said Lucian. He didn't really know HUJC were until I told him. Well, anyway, everyone started to give me presents. I was opening a black box with red 666. There was a DVD of Corpse Bride in it. Did you miss anything important? Well, apparently the main author got hacked by some guy, and now he's like making fun of her, and this is like the chapter she was supposed to get out. Uh, sorry, Mr. Norris looked up angrily because he hated gods. Hey, has anyone seen Draco? I asked, gothically. No, Draco told me he would be watching a hose of wax, said Professor Trelawney. He doesn't know that you're better. Anyway, the Norse said you could get up. Come on. I got up, suicidally. Lucian, Sirius, and Professor Sinister left. I was wearing a black leather nightgown. Under that, I had on a sexy black leather bra, trimmed with black lace, with matching thong that said Gothic Girl on the butt, and sexy fishnet that kinda hooked onto my thong. If you don't get the idea, message me. I'll tell you. Prefer if you showed me, girl. I put on the black fishnet top under a black MCR t-shirt, a black leather miniskirt with black lace, and Congress shoes. I left the hospital's wings with Bloody Mary, Willow, and Vampire. OMFG, let's celebrate, gasped Willow. We can go see Hose of Wax with Draco, giggled Vampire. Let's go listen to JC and cut ourselves 66611, said Hermione. We opened the common room door sexily, and then I gasped. Draco was there doing it with Snap. Sure. He was wearing a black t-shirt with 666 on the front and baggy jeans. You fucking prep, we all yielded angrily. Yeah, you betrayed us, shouted Vampire angrily as he took out his black gun. No, you don't understand, screamed Draco sadly as he took his stingy out of snakes. No shit, you fucking suck, you preppy bastard, said Willow, trying to attack him. You rock, girl. I ran suicidally to my room, and I sexily took a steak out. Oh yeah, get that ribeye, girl. And Obi knows, screamed Draco. But it was too late. I had slit my wrist with it suddenly. Everything went black again. Sincerely, an author who will silently not reveal her identity because she's a coward, aka just a troll with rocks for brains. Chapter 40, LOL, someone has taken my account over. The idiot's note. While this was in the dock area, might as well let the whole world see what the real Tara wanted to show us. Have a nice day. AM. STFU Prips, get a lease. You suck. Oh, and from now on, I'll be in vacation in England until like August, so I won't be able to update for a while. Lols, thanks everyone who reviewed except the Prips who flame. Wait. That was exactly the same thing as before. I woke up in the nurse's office on a special gothic coffin. Hagrid was in the bed opposite me. Wait, wait, that's the same thing. That's the same thing as I just read. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. It, yeah, the only thing that changes like the idiot's note. I know, terrible, but then again, this wouldn't be called the worst fanfic ever if not for the fact that the writing standards meet the level of a day-old fetus. Which, you know what? I get it. Chapter 41. A.N. Everyone who keeps claiming this git is a leaf. I bet you probably wouldn't know who Jared Way is. You're probably all preps and posers. The way someone hacked into my account in November and they put up my last chapter, but now there is a new one. I'm sorry for not updating G for a while, but I've been really busy. I'm trying to finish the story before the new movie comes out. I'm gone on vacation for a month. I won't be back until about 2 weeks. OMFG, Draco is so hot in the pics for the new movie. I wanted them to put a cameo by Gerard Way, lol. He should play Draco. If you flame, I'll slit my wrists. Revenge your girl, have fun in England. Is that girl just like live in England now? When I woke up, I was in a strange room. I look around. I was wearing the same outfit I had when is performed with X Black Exterior X. I looked around confusedly. It was the nurse's office, but it looked different. On the wall was a pic of a Marilyn Manson. Just imagine that he is in an 80s gothic band too, okay, because he is more old than Panic at the disco or MCR. There was also a Gothic Black Beatles calendar. Gothic Beatles! Gothic Beatles! Calendar with a picture of the Beatles wearing eyeliner and black gloves. When it said 1980. Oh, Jesus. Oh, MFG, I am back in Tim again, I screamed loudly. Suddenly, Satan, this is actually Voldemort for photo references. Voldemort was wearing a black leather jacket, black tie jeans, and fishnet pants. He looked so sexy, I almost had an orgy. OMFB, Anobi, are you okay? He asked, gothically. Yeah, I'm okay for your information, I snapped sexily. OMG, am I dead? Because I remembered I had jumped in front of the bullet from James' gun. I also remember seeing Draco doing it with Snap. I guess that was when I slit my wrist. I went back in time instead of dying. I knew I could go forward in time if I found a time turner in the Tim machine. No, you're not dead, Satan reassured suicidally as he smoked a cigarette sexily and smoke came all over his face. You're a vampire, so you can't die from a bullet. Come on now, let's go see how Harry's dad is doing. I knew that's the real reason I didn't die from the bullet was because I was from the future. What the fuck, James almost shot Lucius, I said indigolly. I knew that James had really been possessed, but I didn't want him to know that I knew. Yeah, I know, but he had a headache. Oh my god, the headache reason! Oh, if you guys were here like last time I read, everything about like Dumbledore swearing was because he had a headache. He was under a lot of stress, Satan reasoned evilly. I guess that's okay, I said, because James hadn't really shot Lucian. Also, I knew that Lucian would now have two arms instead of one. I was seductively outside with Satan. Suddenly, I saw a totally sexy gothic bi guy. He had bleached blonde hair with black streaks up to his ears, and he was wearing gothic black Ilner. Iriner? A black Green Day t-shirt I showed Billy Joel with blonde hair since it was the 80s. Black Congress shoes and black baggy pants. He walked in all sexy like Gerd way in the video for I Don't Tree You Like I Did Yesterday, and you could see a black tear on his face. Like the woman in that video, hey, he said all quietly and guffically. Who the fuck is that? I asked angrily, because I did not know him. This is Hedwig, said Voldemort. He used to be in X Black X Terror X2, but he had to drop out because he broke his arm. Hey, Hedwig, I said seductively, even though I was trying not to be. This fucking owl is now a gothic band member. I can't. Oh, lol, hi, Anobi, he answered, but then he ran away because he had hair of magical creatures. He was humming Welcome to the Black Parade under his breath. I know that is not 80s, but pretend it is, okay? Bye, I said, all sexily. That was Hedwig. He used to be my boyfriend, but we broke up, Satan said sadly, looking at his black nails. OMG, I can get you back together, I said, fingering something I didn't know was in my pocket. A black cute is what we aim for CDO iPod that I could take videos with. Doesn't anyone else know about them? They kick ass. Okay, we can forget about your classes now, Hedwig. I'm going to show you something great. I led him to the great hall. Come on, you guys. Lucian, James, Sirius, and Snake were all in the great hall. Lucian wouldn't talk with James because he had tried to shoot him. Go fuck yourself, you fucking douche, she shouted at him. Draco is never going to be friends with Vampire now. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Samaro. Snape agreed, but I knew he was lying. As it had been his fault James almost shot Lucian. Be quiet, you guys, I said sexily. My plan was working, it's great. Now I would make Voldemort good without doing it with him. Now Vampire's dad would never die and... Okay, Satan and Hedwig, you guys can start making out, I said, and tried to film with the iPod. Cool, said Sirius as Voldemort and Hedwig started to make out sexily. You watch as they started to take each other's clothes off sexily. Samaro, Sirius, Snakes, and Lucian all watched because they were probably bi. I knew Snape was bi. Oh my fucking god, Voldemort, Voldemort, screamed Hedwig as his Glock touched Voldemort. But suddenly, everything stopped as the door opened and in came Dumbledore and Mr. Norris. Bunch of ones. Wow! Chapter 42, we're almost there. I'm just gonna take a little drink. This is not enough wine for this, but we'll make do. We're almost there. Chapter 2, 42. The Black Parade. A.N. OMG, the new book is coming out really soon. I can't wait. I think that Snap will be really the same person as Volksmord because they are both half blood. So that will explain why he killed Dumbledore and he hated Harry. And then Harry will have to commit suicide, so Voldemort will die because he was really a Horcrux. So OMG, I hope Draco and Harry get together. That will be so schmixy, won't it? If they don't, then Dick here is a homophobic. Thanks for the help with Fex Medusa, you rock. Okay, okay. I sat depressedly in Dumbledore's office with Hedwig, Satan, James, Sirius, and Snap and Lucian. Dumbledore was sitting in front of us cruelly. He looked more young than he did in the future. Logic. He had taken the iPod away and was now listening to a shitty Avril Lavigne song. What the hell is this anyway? He cackled meanly. Thanks, Crispy. I hope he didn't find out that I was from another time. Whatever you do, don't blame iBunny, you jerk, Satan said. Yeah, seriously, she was trying to get Satan and Hedwig back together, Sirius said deviantly. Be quiet, you Satanist, Dumbledore cuckold. If you're lucky, I'll probably send you all to Azkaban. That will teach you to copulate in the Great Hall. He changed the song on the iPod to an NSYNC song. Suddenly, I noticed something strong about the iPod. It was slowly changing. Dumbledore didn't notice. You fucking poser, I muttered. I bet you've never heard of JC, James said. Now I knew what the iPod was changing to. Morty McFly's Tim Machine! Because that makes sense, holy shit. Shut up, Jones, Draco's dad shouted. Yeah, shut up, Snake said preppily. No, you shut up, Dumbledore, said Tom. I've had enough of you Satanists in my school, shouted Dumbledore spuriously. Suddenly, I grabbed the iPod from him. Everyone, jump in before it's too late. I jumped into it, but only one other person jumped in. It was Satan. You dunderheads, screamed Dumbledore wisely as we went. I looked around. I was in the Slytherin common room with Satan. I was wearing a black plaid miniskirt with hot pink fishnets, a sexy black MCR corset, and black stiletto boots with pink pentagrams on them. My earrings were black satin sins, and my raven hair was all around me to my mid-back. Hey, cool, where is this? He asked in an emo voice. This is the future. Dumbledore's iPod that he tried to take from me was really a time machine, I told him. Cool. What's an eye patch? He whispered. He whimpered. It's something you use to listen to music, I yacked. OMFG, cool. Wait, what's a four-letter word for dirt? He asked in his sexy voice. I guess sand, I allayed confusedly. Yeah, I was just trying to make sure you were still the same person, he truthfully giggled. How would that make sure it was the same person, though? Suddenly, some of my friends walked in. OMFG, you're fucking alive, said Ginny, wearing a black leather jacket, black baggy pants, and a gothic black from first to last shirt. I explained to her why I was alive. Konnichiwa, bitch, said Willow. I hate myself for saying this. She was wearing a black corset showing off her boobs with lace all around it and red stripes on it. With it, she was wearing a black leather miniskirt, big black boots, white foundation, black eyeliner, red eyeshadow, and black lipstick. Hey, motherfucker, said Diabolo with his red hair. He was wearing a black this t-shirt and black baggy pants. Hey, who's that, Eye Bunny? Bloody Mary questioned as she walked in wearing a black t-shirt with a red pentagram with the lace at the bottom, red letter pants with black lace, and black stilettos. Oh, it's Satan, I told her, and she nodded, knowing the truth. Suddenly, Satan started to cry. Oh, are you okay, Satan? We asked concernedly. OMFG, you're from the future. What if you don't like M anymore? 'Cause I'm from different times? He asked. No, I still like you, I said sexily to him. Okay, he said reassuredly. I let him listen to Teenagers by MCR on my iPod while I was about to go outside to find out some things. I gave Diabolo a signal to keep Satan occupied. Satan fell asleep. I took the iPod. I was about to walk outside. Professor Sinister ran in. She was wearing a gothic black mini dress with depressing black stripes, white and black striped ties, and red Converse shoes. She was wearing lots of black eyeliner. Oh my fucking god. Where's Draco? How did Snap get back here? I thought he was in Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan? Azerbaijan is a fucking country. You can't tell me this is not a troll. Ebony, I was so worried about you, but I know you can't fucking die because you're a vampire. Snape came back because that girl Brittany freed him. I never liked her. She was a bad student, frivolly said Richardly. That bitch. Did she also free Hagrid and Lupin? I shouted angrily. I hated Brittany, because she was a fucking prep. Yes, they are on the loose at this school. Dumbledore is back. Cornelia is on his way to help everyone. Tell everyone you see to lock themselves in their conman room, Trevelry said hurriedly. Okay, but where's Draco? How come he was doing it with Snap? I don't know why, but I know he almost tried to commit suicide after he saw you almost kill yourself, she said. OMG, that's terrible, I gasped. Ding! Satan was still asleep, so he couldn't tell what was going on, and I said, Listen, everyone, I have something impotent to do. In her, everyone stay with that. I ran out. Good luck, Tara, everyone cried. I ran sexily down the stairs into the great hall, while the portraits around looked at me scaredly. There was hardly anyone else in the stairs, and there was an atmosphere of horror. On the way, I saw Brittany laughing on the stairs. She was wearing a slutty pink shirt with flowers on it, a blue jean shirt, Abercrombie, and pink stilettos. She looked just like a pentagram of those fucking preps Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan. You fucking bitch, I shouted angrily. No, you're totally a bitch. Now Voldemort will like totally kill you, she laughed. Crucius, I shouted selectively, pontificating my black wand, and she started screaming because she was being tortured, and I laughed so distinctly. No, help me. Please, Brittany screamed terrifiedly. I put up my little finger at her. In her hand, I saw the video camera Snape and Lupin had used to make the video of me. I put the tape of Voldemort doing it with Hedwig onto it. Then I continued to round down the stairs with the camera. When I had reached the Great Hall, I saw Vampire Potter. OMG, Vampira! I yielded. We hugged each other happily. He looked at me with his gothic red eyes and spiky black hair. Around them were black eyeliner and eyeshadow. He and was wearing a black leather Jackson leather pants, a Panic at the Disco concert shirt, and his black Congress shoes. He looked more like Joel from Good Charlotte than ever. Did you hear their song about the river? It rocks. I was so worried you died, moaned Vampire. I know, but I'm a vampire, lol. When I woke up, I was back in 1980. So, in a way, I brought Voldemort from when he was young with me. Where's Draco? I asked spuriously. Draco, you mean that fucking poser who betrayed you? Vampire snarked with anger in his sexy voice. I know, but we have to find him, I said smarty. I'll do it then, Harry said angstily. Okay, I agreed. Suddenly, all the lights in the room went out, and then the dark mark appeared. Oh, my fucking Satan, Harry shouted. I think Voldemort has arrived, I said anxiously. Fuck, I have to find Draco. I guess we should separate. Okay, Vampire said, disappearing. Disapparating, sorry. Sadly, I ran into the Great Hall. Whew. Almost there, guys. And my last one is empty. No. A.M. I think after this, I have about 2 or 3 more chapters. Thanks to all my reviewers, not das flamers. If you flames a story, then you suck. If you flames, then fuck you. She keeps repeating the same things in her AN. I walked sixily into the Great Hall. It was empty, except for one person. Draco was there. He sat there, in deadly bloom in his black 666 shirt and his baggy pants. He had slit his wrists. I felt mad at him for having sex with Snape, but I felt sorry for him. He looked just like Jared Way with his red eyes and his pale white face. Draco, are you okay? I asked. I'm not okay, he screamed depressedly. I thought of the MCR song and I got even more depressed because that song always makes me cry. I gave him a pot cigarette. The pot cigarette is back. And he started to smoke it. Oh, Draco, why did you do it with that fucking bastard Snape? I asked tear-dully. Draco began to say, but suddenly Lupin and Mr. Norris appeared into the room. They didn't see us. I'm so glad. Me, and Snape were freed, said Lupin. Damn, this job would be great if it wasn't for the fucking students, Mr. Norris agreed. Pop Adillum, I yielded angrily, pointing my wand at them. No, Lupin shouted as the chains came on him. Mr. Norris ran away. You fucking perv, I said, laughing with depths of evil and depressedness in my voice. Now, you have to tell us where Voldemort is, or I'm going to torture you. I don't know where he is, said Lupin. Suddenly, Satan and Vampire ran into the room. Vampire didn't know who Satan was really. Oh, my Satan. We were so worried about you guys, Vampire said. I looked sexily at Draco with his gothic red eyes with contacts, black t-shirt that said 666 on it, and pale skin like Gerard Way. Vampire with his sexy black hair and red eyes like Frank Iero, and Satan who looked just like Brendan Urier then. I selectively took the caramel from my pocket, and then I began Frenching Draco sexily. Lupin gasped. Draco began to take all of his clothes off, and I could see his white sex pack. Then Vampire took his own clots off too. We all began making out together sexily. I took off my black leather bra, my black lace tongue, and the rest of my clothes. Everyone took their Glocks out except for me. I'm a girl, lol. Oh, me, Satan, Draco, I screamed as he put his hardness in my thingy. Then he did the same thing to Harry. I began making out with Satan, and he joined in. OMS, cried Vampire. Oh, Vampire, Vampire, I screamed. Oh, Satan, yelled Harry. In pleasure. Lupin watched in shock. We took turns doing torture curses on him because we're all sadists. Suddenly, a big black car that said 666 on the license plate flew straight through the window, and Snap was in it. That was the worst orgy scene I've ever read in my life. Chapter 44. Well, I have nothing to say, but everyone stop glamming, okay? If any gothic people are reading this, then you rock. OMG, I still can't wait for the movie. Tom Flitton is so hot, lol. I hope Harry will become gothic, cause my friend told me he's really emo in this book. OMFG, I'm leaving Dubia pretty soon, can't wait. This will probably be the last chapter until I come back. Damn. Last chapter, you guys. Let's do this. That's me car, shouted Draco angrily. But suddenly, it was revealed who was in the car. It was Snape. I shall free you, Lupin, but first you must help me kill these idiotic thunderheads, he said cruelly from his car as it flew circumambulating above us. Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway must be killed. Then the Dark Lord shall never die. You fucking prep, yelled Draco. Then he looked at me sadly. I forgot to tell you, Ebony. Snape made me do it with him. I didn't really have sex with him, but he's a ropist. We all put our clothes on quickly, except Satan. We were so scarred. But Satan didn't change. Instead, he changed into a man with green eyes, no nose, a grey robe, and white skin. He had changed into Voldemort. I knew who thou were all along, he cackled evilly and sarcastically at me. Now I shall kill thee all. Thunder came in the room. No, please, don't kill us, pleaded Vampire. Suddenly, Willow, Bloody Mary, Diabolo, Ginny, Dracula, Fred and Gorg, Hagrid, McGonagall, Dumbledore, Sirius, and Lucian all ran in. What a fucking party. What is the meaning of this? Dumbledore asked all angrily. And Voldemort looked away because Dumbledore is the only wizard he is scared of. He did a spell, and suddenly his broomsticks came to him sexily. Voldemort flew above the roof, evilly on his broomstick. Oh my god, Slugborn gasped. Gasped? Get it? 'Cause I'm gothic. The Dark Lord shall kill all of you. Then you must submit to him, Snape ejaculated menacingly. You fucking preppy fags, Sirius shouted angrily. I know a four-letter word for that. Cruciatus, screamed Harry. But the sparks from his wand only hit Draco's car. It fell down, snapped quickly, crawled out of it, and picked up the video camera. Oh my fucking god, I cried. Because the video of me in the bathroom, the video of me doing it with Draco, and the video of Satan doing it with... The sentence doesn't end. If you kill me, then these videos will be shown to everyone in the skull. That you can be just like that gothic girl, Paris Hilton, he laughed meanly. No, I screamed. FYI, I have that picture of you doing it with Lupin. What's she talking about? Lupin slurped as he sat in chains. I saw too. She's gonna show everyone that picture, Harry shouted angrily. Shut up, Lupin roared. Foolish ignoramuses, yielded Voldemort with his broomstick. Thou shalt all die soon. Think again, you fucking muggle poser, Harry yelled, and then he and Diablo and Navel both took out black guns, but Voldemort took out his own one. Yes, wizard fights ends with guns. We all know that, right? You guys are in a latent standoff. I shouted this recently. A latent standoff. I can't. Oh my god. Acco Neve's wand, cried Voldemort, and suddenly Neville's wind was in his hand. I shall kill thee, and you will die. He made lighting come all over the place. Save us, Ebony, Dumbledore cried. I cried sexily. I just wanted to go to the common room and slit my wrist with me friends when we watched Shark Attack 3 and Saw 2 and do it with Draco, but I knew I had to do something more important. Abracadabra, I shouted. And that's actually where it ends. That's the end of My Immortal. So, as I said at the beginning, this fanfic or trollfic, the author has never been found. Like, we have their username, but it isn't related to anything else. And lots of people have speculated who it was. Some people have said that they were that author, but it all turned out to be false. So we still don't know who created this filth. But I am glad I ended up watching it with you guys, because that was actually really fun. And if you enjoyed this, don't worry, you little butts. Even though I finished this one, I have a whole backlog of horrible, despicable, filthy fanfictions to read with you all. I will try to read them either on Thursdays or Fridays, depending when I'm free, because right now my life is a little bit of a turmoil. But what will not change is that on every Sundays I will be gaming. And I believe I will be playing some more Slime Rancher in 2 days, so I cannot wait to see you then. So, that is it for tonight. I'm glad you had fun. And I hope everyone else had fun too. And yeah, I will see you soon. Bye bye, my lovelies.